Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Monica Farzana Chaudhuri. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to world's famous allegory Animal Farm. Today we'll have a comparative discussion on the characters from the novel Animal Farm by George Orwell. This will play sufficiently a helpful role in understanding the novel as a whole. Let's see how Orwell unfolds the historical characters of the Russian Revolution in his novel. Here, a comparison made between the character of Animal Farm and the Russian Revolution. The first and foremost important character from Animal Farm is Mr. Jones, the irresponsible owner of the manor farm who is cruel but sometimes kind to his animals. He represents the character of Tsar Nicholas II, an innate ruler of Russia and indifferent to his subjects. Next important character is Old Major, an old boar who taught animalism and died before the rebellion started. He represents the character of Karl Marx, who was a philosopher and socialist and the pioneer of communism and died before Russian Revolution started. Animals want to change their fate. They believe in a doctrine where all animals are equal and instead of man, they will be the owner of their farm. It represents a philosophy called communism where all people are equal and owners of the government. The next important character is Snowball, a more vivacious pig than Napoleon, quicker in speech and more inventive. Napoleon's dog chased him away into exile. Snowball portrays the character of Leon Trotsky, who was a Bolshevik revolutionary and Marxist theorist, an influential politician in the early days of the Soviet Union, and was the founder and commander of the Red Army. He was expelled from Russia and eventually assassinated by the murderous Stalinist regime. The next significant character is Napoleon, a large, rather fierce-looking Berkshire boar who is not much of a talker and has a reputation for getting his own way. Ambitious, killed opponents using his dogs, controlled other animals by Moses and Schouler. He plays the role of the revolutionary character of Joseph Stalin, the communist dictator of Soviet Union. Power hunger or a megalomaniac, used to suppress the opposites and killed by his secret force KGB, used church and his newspaper Pravda for propaganda. This character is about Schouler, a brilliant talker, has no depth of character, could turn black into white, work as a spin doctor, manipulates the people. He represents the character of Vyacheslav Molotov, who worked for Stalin to support his image and used to convince people to follow him. Though some critics consider Schouler represents the Soviet newspaper Pravda or Politburo. The next important characters are Boxer and Clover. They are the faithful disciples, strong, hard-working horse, believe in animalism. They continue to believe Napoleon even when they are being maltreated. Boxer and Clover represent the working class Russian. They are the hard-working people, strongly believe in communism, support Stalin but fail to detect his stubbornness. Here we get a different horse character named Molly. She is a white mare, more concerned about her ribbons and sugar than the rebellion. She represents middle-class white Russian people or bourgeoisies. The petty bourgeoisie, satisfied with Tsar, lead a comfortable and luxurious life against the revolution and fled away. Now it's a donkey called Benjamin, the old wise donkey who is suspicious of rebellion. While other is craving for changes, he thinks nothing ever changes. Benjamin represents the scholars or intellectuals during Russian Revolution, or old and experienced people who knew that communism wouldn't work with power-hungry leaders. Some critics say that they are the old and experienced citizens. Now is time for the character Moses the Tame Raven. Moses the Tame Raven tells the animals about Sugar Candy Mountain and was faithful to Napoleon. He represents Russian Orthodox Church that tells people about heaven, used for propaganda. Now is time for the three dogs Napoleon's private squad used to control the other animals, killed or terrified the opponents of Napoleon. They represent the secret police KGB. KGB is a secret force supported by Joseph Stalin, used to suppress or kill the disobedient. The next character is Mr. Frederick, the tough, shrewd owner of Pinchfield, a neighboring farm, who represents the character of Adolf Hitler, the dictator of Germany. Last but not the least character is Mr. Pilkington. The easygoing gentleman runs another farm, Foxwood. He represents Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Others say that Pilkington represents the capitalist government of England and US. Read the comparison in character carefully, analyze, then give your judgment. Till then, stay home, stay clean, stay safe. Jazakallah.